nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
She said, baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less. Say less.
Stop the room when you walking. You rest your hips to the talking. You leaving me no options. Say less. Say less.
Say less.
Stop the room when you walking. You rest your hips to the talking. You leaving me with no options. Say less. Say less.
Say less. Say less. Say less.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, been more PayPal. Turned up to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take wild. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out, yeah, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world, and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If hit boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
I need it. Cat. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her front. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that Enzo? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My Kindle. I'm beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing, I'm on. I get ice till I candy. Sorry, mama, yeah, I know that. It was me and bro, buck on the plate. Best believe we had 50 cent cake. I let the Audemars hang from my belt, so she know we ain't got no time to waste. And I let Audemars crunch the numbers. I gotta make sure that my money straight. She wanna make sure that my money real. Kissing another. Back in the day, I ain't had no whip. I just pulled up in the tank. I'ma pull up just to stun. Can't, all in your brain. I'm going Batman, I'm going bang. Come with the bang. What you gonna do? 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 I'm finna. What you gonna do?
I'm on a Sony lot, eating a
lot of chips, stacking a lot of guap. If I get it to pop, my mom get a coupe, my mom get a lot of rocks. I ain't got to mouth, let that in the past. My foot on the gas, the floor elevator, we face my brad. How you want deposit the memo or cash? Red like yellow, like green, like gold. The event, so I take the bank home. I won't keep quiet, I'm in it. Yeah, my best friend call got me alone. None of my bitches be at home, and I I'm a businessman, so I give her a loan now. 3 pumps in the chain from the Homer. Her Bucky a goner. Her get Bucky a goner. What you gon' do? 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 Open up. Stunt.
Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drowning my sorrows, but they learned to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle, put my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my road. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Try to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. It's a little good news. I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, that the devil wouldn't walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still stuck singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. All I really need is a little. Something bring me back to the middle. All I really need is a little good news.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this to the 32. You look at this Steeler defense. They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. Throw's going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's 2nd and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to...
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing now is Daniels. Flushed out right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Ken. Don't jump. Ready? Easy. Go.
Back to throw. Fields. Got his man. It's Warren. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Here we go, son. Sit all right.
Now a handoff up the middle. Galloway. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, Ken. Hey, Mark, EQ.
Fields. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Sliding out of the pocket. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
They go play action. Daniels. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
To change game plan?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
EQ!
Now it's Fields. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score, already down 21.
Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. And Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Daniels. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw is Daniels. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Daniels. And that's complete. It's Allington. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here we go. You got a mini base. Go.
To throw is Fields. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. That one caught by Rice. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Daniels looking to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lynch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Knight. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's got it. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Daniels. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields.
He finds his man complete. That's Warren. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
Fields now to throw.
Rolling to his right.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Let's go. Come back, team. Come back, team.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The catch is made by Ellington. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Here we go, son. No loss, no loss. Hey, Ken. All right.
Now Fields.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Here we go. All right.
To the air again, Fields.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. To the air goes Daniels.
And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. And that particular play just came from the outside.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A bit more of a somber tone here as they take the field after throwing that pick six. But, Charles, the bottom line is they still have the lead. They're still in the driver's seat.
You're right about that, and let's face it, when you throw a pick six, it's demoralizing. But when you look up at the scoreboard and realize you still have the lead, you kind of put that wry smile on your face and say, okay, let's just shake it off and start over again.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. In trouble, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt, his second sack of the night. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd down and goal. Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to...
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. A lot of pressure here for Cade York. This to make it a 2-score game. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap, Fields. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged through.
He's got a man complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2.
Here we go, son.
Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Play action, now it's Daniels. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Daniels. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
Hey.
Critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Extend. Right.
Fields.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Up past the 30, second down coming up.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
81 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Arlington has it, middle of the field. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
2nd and 4. And that's brought in by Knight. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Daniels.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. York on now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score. Commanders 48. Steelers 38. Hey, York to kick
York
off.
ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
March right. Don't jump. Ready? Go.
Here's Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He may go. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Pushing his way through. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by York is up and good, and the lead is now 24. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Let's go.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And that'll be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that it
breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Angel.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Fields. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Angel.
Again, Fields. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Steelers get a bit closer. Fields trying to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. To throw is Daniels. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Daniels looking to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation